avem plăcerea de a prezenta în această dimineață pe profesorul Paul HOLLANDER, care vine aici în calitate de oaspete al Institutului nostru și de membru al Consiliului Științific al ICC. Despre profesorul Paul HOLLANDER cred că se pot spune foarte multe lucruri, însă esențialul ar fi să reamintesc publicul de față că domnia sa a contribuit mai mult decât mulți alți intelectuali la cultivarea unei memorii a secolului 20 și la evidențierea unui mecanism de mistificare intelectuală care a dus pe foarte mulți dintre intelectuali occidentali de partea unor regimuri totalitare europene, asiatice sau africane. În acest punct de vedere, cred că prezența domniei sale reprezintă un moment de început foarte important pentru Institutul nostru. Este a doua conferință pe care o organizăm aici cu membrii Consiliului Științific după ce profesora Maria Cucă de la Indiana University a prezentat joi o viziune foarte interesantă asupra problematicii chestiunilor de gen și a cetățeniei cotidiene. Eu aș spune în final că prin tipul de comunică pe care îl ilustrează și prin propriile sale contribuții intelectuale, profesorul Paul HOLLANDER reprezintă un model de la care ne putem revendica cu toții în numele unor valori precum moderație, spirit critic și rezistență față de fanatism. I'll now Professor HOLLANDER to speak. It is my privilege to introduce you. We are welcoming you into our institute. Your presence means a lot to us since we have been campaigning for the same values we are cherishing as well. So without further ado, I'll allow Professor HOLLANDER to speak. It's our pleasure and privilege to give you the floor. Thank you.
Yeah, this is my first visit to Bucharest, not my first visit to Romania, so I'm very pleased to be here, to be at the Institute. And I also expect that this kind of audience will understand the topic I am addressing much more easily than a comparable audience will understand the United States. Perhaps I could say a few, I don't know how much Dr. Stanovi told you about my background, but I think it might be interesting and useful if I tell you a little more about my background. I certainly believe in the connection between the personal and the political to the extent that, of course, our background and personal experiences influence our political attitudes and beliefs. It doesn't mean that these experiences have to distort our findings or our views, but their influence is undeniable. So, well, I grew up in Hungary, as you probably already know, and I had these unpleasant personal experiences in Hungary, which began with Nazism. Coming from a Jewish family, I don't have to explain that it wasn't easy to survive persecution of Jews in Hungary. And that was followed by communism, and the communist system in Hungary wasn't life-threatening as Nazism was, and it was much more infrequently life-threatening. But nonetheless, that was also a difficult experience. To be more specific, when I finished the gymnasium, finishing the gymnasium coincided with the deportation of my family, including myself. And not many people know or remember that in the early 90s, many other communist systems as well, not only Hungary, they removed from their capital cities groups of people they considered politically unreliable or untrustworthy, and they were resettled So, and they did this to about 50,000 people in Budapest at the time. And as a result, I could go to the university. Actually, I was admitted to the university, but I couldn't go since I was in this village, and we were not allowed to leave the village. And at the time, I was going to study Russian and Hungarian literature and language. You know, Western languages were not taught at the time. So anyway, I was in this village for 2 years, doing some manual labor, and then I was in the, then I was conscripted in the military. But again, because of this kind of political stigma attached to my family, I didn't serve in the regular military, but in the so-called building battalions, which was forced labor. So, and then after the death of Stalin, these units were abolished, and then they transferred me to the regular military, to the infantry, which was much better. And then when I was finished with the military, then I worked for a year in the construction industry in Budapest, and then came the revolution in '56, and I left after the revolution. I crossed into Austria towards the end of November 1956, and studied in England and the United States. So much for my background, and as a result of these experiences in my earlier part of the career, I wrote mostly about the Soviet system, Soviet society, this sort of thing. And then I came to this topic, which is supposed to be the topic of this presentation today, you know, Western intellectuals, and what I call the political pilgrimage of the Western intellectuals, and how I came to this topic. Well, it is actually quite simple, because one of my major experiences, both in England and the United States, was that this was in the academic environment. I spent, all my life in the academic environment. In England as an undergraduate, in the United States as a graduate student, and later